What's going on, everybody? I'm Quality Tom. Welcome to Quality Tom's Fits and Thrifts. I know it's been a minute, 10 months to be exact. And honestly, the reason for that is because of being in my own head, overthinking things. And I mean that in the sense of usually you guys are used to seeing me have a background with records, vinyls, and all that cool stuff because I was shooting from what was then the brick and mortar store of Diamond Tom's Unique Treasures, which is a company I owned and operated with my friend and business partner, Dom. What's happened in the past 10 months, nothing too crazy. But to say the least, we did have to close our brick and mortar for a various amount of reasons. Few of which, so I don't know if I ever told you guys, but Diamond Tom's Unique Treasures was originally operated from the West Philly Container Village, 49th and Parkside in West Philadelphia. And the space is owned and operated by the city of Philadelphia. With that comes rules, regulations, and a management team. I say that in the sense of essentially we didn't have full creative control of our space and what we could and could not do with it. Also, the foot traffic wasn't there for us. Not to get into logistics, but we made more money online and vending at different events outside of the city. Or also, since I haven't spoken to you guys, we had the opportunity of vending at the Roots Picnic last year. Excuse me. If you're watching this video and you are not from Philly or the tri-state area, the Roots Picnic was originally started, I want to say in 2008. Please fact check that. By the legendary Roots crew from Philly. Has been going on now for all of these years, which again is amazing. But I say all those things to say, there's no beef or any issues between Diamond Tom's and the space and people who ran the space. It's all love. Things just didn't work out. Everything isn't for everybody. Trial and error. Even though in this situation I don't look at anything as an error, is because we were lucky enough to get our LLC out of the situation. And as I said, we still have been vending, doing our own events. We've been doing photo shoots as a company, all of those beautiful things. So we were and still are grateful for the opportunity that we had at that space. Excuse me. To move on from that, other than that, as you can see, I have still been thrifting. And to speak on that briefly, I think that I have created a false idea that I only thrift. And that's not true by any means. What I mean when I say that is, outside of thrifting, I'm always looking for a bargain. I'm on the hunt for the bargain, which is one of the main reasons why I thrift. A few days ago was in Ross. And whenever I go to Ross or Burlington Coat Factory or TJ Maxx or any of those type of department or liquidation type of stores, I'm always looking for either clothes or shoes. Mainly shoes in all departments. I was browsing the women's shoe section the other day and I saw a pair of Doc Martens, and immediately I had an epiphany, essentially. I'm looking at this shoe, I'm like, okay, I see inside it says a size 11, which essentially means it's a woman's 11, which means that it's a men's 10 or a size European 43, excuse me. So I was immediately excited. I've been on the hunt for a pair of shoes, even though I've owned Doc Martens on and off for the past 10 to 15 years. Actually, I got rid of last month. I picked up the Mason Margiela MM6 Doc collaboration they did. I went against my better judgment and did not get the black and red boot. Sorry, somebody was hitting my car. But I went against my better judgment and did not get the black and red boot, but instead I got the loafer because I needed a pair of shoes. I ended up selling them end of last month, because I had only worn them like once or twice, and when I did, it was kind of like I was forcing them. The reason I'm bringing this up is because the epiphany I had in Ross is that this pair of Docs that I found, which is the 3-eye situation, I forget the exact number and style. I looked at them, I'm like, these look different from all of the regular Docs that I'm used to seeing, in a sense of the fit and the width of it. So I've tried on like women's socks before, but I've never noticed any narrowness or fit difference in width or any of those things. And I went to go try these on. Another thing that drew me to them was the lacing system. Excuse my ignorance, I forget what this lacing style is called, but it's like when the lace is going straight across. It doesn't work for certain shoes for me. A lot of times, like when I was heavily into like common projects and shit like that. Oh, excuse my language. um, I saw that they will always, when they were selling them brand new out of the box, different stores, they will always have that lacing system, and I hated it. For some reason, it looked good on the dock. I guess because the slimmer fit. I tried them on, lace them, look in the mirror. Chef's kiss. Like, they looked and felt amazing from the top view to the side profile view. You know what I mean when I say that. You know that can make or break a shoe, whether or not you'll purchase it or not, if the shoe does not look right on your foot. Which is one of the reasons why I personally hate shopping online for shoes. Unless it's a style and brand that I already know, purchasing certain things just doesn't work for me, because like what happened with the other issue that I had with the Mason Margiela Doc Marten is that I probably could have essentially sized down to a 42, but that's always tricky because you either have a little space or you don't have enough space at all. Which is why I always go with the traditional true size 10 or the European 43. I did that with these. There's a smidge of space in there, but I like wiggle room in my toe area. Yeah, they're not flopping off my feet. I'll show you guys my full fit in a short video a little bit later. I also have on my favorite filled out brand oversized cargo trousers that are like ripstop. I don't know if I mentioned, but I purchased this secondhand, not necessarily from the thrift, but from a store that sells like brand new and like used items and stuff, like a secondhand situation. You can't see the back of it. If you've seen my recent video or shirt video that I posted of how to wear a vintage varsity jacket, you know how the back looks and all those things. But I'm going to show an outfit of the day of everything I have on today as well. But yeah, that's what's been going on the past 10 months. If you're still here, thank you guys for sticking around. I'm going to get more persistent with posting content for you guys again, long and short videos. Next video, I'm definitely going to show you guys, give you a taste of all of the cool things that I've found as of recent. It's been a lot of vintage. And speaking of, shameless plug, Dom and I have been blessed with the opportunity to vend at this year's Philly Vintage Flea Market. It's at the Expo Center, about an hour outside of Philly. I forget the exact address, but if you do or don't follow me on other socials, I'll post it on there soon, because it takes place March 30th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll also eventually post it on here as well, so if you aren't on socials and you only do YouTube, you'll be able to see it here and support as well if you're in the Tri-State area. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thank you. This is another episode of Diamond Time. Excuse me, Diamond Times. This was another episode of Quality Times Fits and Thrifts. Until next time, peace.